고이초해라 시안나이 제로자. 자하나트네스네. Today, on the almost eve of the 40th birthday of the ALR, we stand together and mobilize our efforts and are being called to protect the boundaries of BC's farmland once again.
My name is Harold Steves, and I've been involved in the battle to preserve farmland for at least 50 years before the Agricultural Land Reserve was established. And that's because I saw the farmland disappearing around our farm, my father's farm actually, and the taxes going up when the farmland was zoned residential, and some of the best farmland in the world was just disappearing.
50 years ago, I came home from university one day and my father was quite glum at the dinner table. He had gone to City Hall and he had turned down his application to have a building permit to build a new dairy, to have a bulk tank for the dairy farm because everything was changing. We filled a room like this near the City Hall with hundreds of farmers. The City Council had rezoned 12,000 acres of farmland one night at Richmond Council. As a young student, I went over to City Hall and I talked to the mayor, and the mayor said, "Will you talk to the city planner?" The city planner told me, "Sorry son, you're zoned residential, we regret it, but you can't farm there any longer." Eventually, they sold their farms and left one by one, and of that 12,000 acres of farmland, there's only 2 of us left. 12,000 acres was kept in agriculture, and that has been under threat for decades. It's been a constant battle.
In the documents that Pat Pym wrote, and the other documents some of the ministry staff wrote, stated that they wanted to put the Agricultural Land Reserve in the north under control of the Oil and Gas Commission. That would effectively mean the breakup of the Agricultural Land Reserve as we know it. We don't want a commission that has oil executives on the Agricultural Land Commission in the north. It has to be an independent commission for the entire province.
But I would like to point out Mr. Sluggett and Mr. Marr and Mr. Bryson and Mr. Vantray and Mr. Maxwell, all people who farm this land.
Mr. Daly.
Mr. Daly.
Who's going to pay for food sustainability?
I will.
Yeah, I will.
I think many people will.
Well, then something has to change. 95% of what you eat is produced by commercial farms. We need smaller farms and all the rest of it. But we're in a global economy. The ALR was very important.
I am only human, and my 26-acre farm is 3 minutes from downtown Mill Bay, and the developers would love it, and it's probably worth millions if it could be developed. I'm so grateful that it's protected from me.
Vancouver Island, we only do have 72 hours of food supply, and if that transportation stopped, that would become dependent on, that is it, 72 hours.
People all over the province, as they hear this, are quite upset. They are actually contacting their MLAs, their city councillors. They are staging meetings all over the province like the one we had tonight.
We have one ALR, farmland is farmland, hands off it.
Please help to protect that farmland that we have here and support whatever effort we are making.
What can we do in and around the legislature to debunk the idea that liquefied natural gas is indeed the savior?
We can't wait for the legislature to sit. We need to act now, because they are tearing things apart.
Nothing was said except to deny it in the election about any changes to the ALR and the ALC, and now all of a sudden these memos are appearing.
They have zero. They have no mandate to do this whatsoever. This is going to come to a head.
Decisions relating to farmland and food systems are made every week in all of our municipalities when we consider land use proposals. And I hope everyone in this room will stay vigilant and mobilized to protect farmland within the powers of local government at the same time that we lobby to protect the provincial legislation and system. I think that's the way to move forward into the future.
If the farmland goes and the climate changes as we see it happening, then where's our food going to come from? Everybody eats, Everybody needs food in our society, and the best place for food production is in your local neighborhoods, in your local areas, in the local, province of British Columbia.
So thanks to everyone, and thanks to our speakers, and thanks to all of you tonight.